So we'll start off with that Thursday night game. I'm actually really excited for this. I'm actually, hopefully gonna make it back home okay. And I'm gonna watch this with a couple hometown buddies. But Jacksonville at the Jets, on paper, not a great game. I will quickly talk about this. I don't think we have a big futures section in today's show, but I will quickly touch on. I do have Jacksonville under 6.5 wins. They got that win last week against Dallas and OT. I don't know how they're down by like 17 with 16 minutes left in that game. Ended up winning. So Jacksonville's currently sitting at 6 wins. So I need the Jets bad in these last 3 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to take them, but the line's currently Jets are a 1-point favorite at home. Over under is 38. Ethan, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, so we touched on it last week. We said it was going to be pretty bad if Jacksonville won that game because you had Jacksonville under, I have Dallas over. So not ideal for my end either there. Was really hoping Dallas was just going to win by a field goal because I did have Jacksonville +4. So it was looking perfect, but couldn't get it done. But yeah, for this week, I mean, beginning of the season, you would have thought this was a complete snooze fest, but these teams are actually fairly competent. More so Jacksonville right now than New York. Um, but I do lean New York in this game. The line's bouncing like +1 to -1. It's kind of been all over the place. Either way, I think New York probably gets the outright win. Don't love betting on Zach Wilson, but Jacksonville has a game at Houston next week that's going to be pretty important to them. At this point, every game's important to them, but they still want to get those divisional wins. And then this is the Jets' last game at home, so I think they're going to want to come out and kind of make a statement. They need this win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Um, and then I just don't love playing on road teams who have to travel on the short week, who play on Thursday night football, especially with young quarterbacks. I know Lawrence, he's not a rookie. He did this in his rookie season before. And he's maybe got a better head on him than most young quarterbacks, but I still just don't love the spot for him. Jacksonville is third best in yards per play in the last 3 games. New York is third best yards per play allowed last 3 games. So it's kind of decent offense right now going against a decent defense. So I would lean the better defense at home. Short week. So I would take the Jets. I think this game probably gets up and over the total as well. I think the Jets have a competent offense. Jacksonville's been putting up points in bunches. So look to go over the total of 37.5, I believe it's at. Jets get the outright win. Don't know if I'll bet either.
Yeah, I already locked in the over in this game. I'm sure you guys saw all the Twitter news and all the weather reports coming out for this weekend of football. Supposedly, fingers asterisk, supposedly there's a cold front coming in, possibly some weather. I know that's true for Michigan, but it doesn't really affect much up there. So I know there is weather coming in, and we're experiencing a lot of game totals in that 30-point range. Usually in a normal week, we're getting 1 game, maybe 2 games in that 30. I think there's 5 or 6 this week in that 30-point range. So I've already locked in this over. I believe I got it at 36.5. It's gone up to 38 now. I locked that in on Monday. So it's
Nice.
it's rising a little bit. I think that's just because quantity of bets. But I did lock in that over. I just think Jacksonville looks very good on offense the last couple of weeks, putting up 40 points against Dallas last week. A couple other high scoring games. The Jets do have a really good defense. I will give them that. But I just think this game's going to go over. I can see like a 24-20 type of scenario here.
Yeah.
One thing I will touch on with Jacksonville, maybe an increased want to win. They are now only 1 game behind the Titans in the AFC South. We rip on the Titans every week now. They are currently on a 4-game losing streak. Thank God we didn't bet them last week. They're currently 4-game losing streak, which has now given Jacksonville the ability to be 1 game back. And that is that is probably the worst division in the AFC. So the winner of that automatically gets in. And Jacksonville, as I said, just 1 game back from getting an automatic bid to the playoffs. That could be a little extra motivation for them this week. However, I do agree with you. I'm going to take the home team and the better defense, and I'll probably lean the Jets in that scenario. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Hopefully we get some points. Hopefully it'll be more exciting than what we think it's going to be. But yeah, this is a very important game for Jacksonville. And if you want to throw on the Jets too, they're they're right up there for the wild card hunt as well. In the AFC, it's looking like the Dolphins and the Chargers and the Ravens right now are looking like your 3 wild card spots. But then you have Patriots, Jets, and possibly the Jags right behind them there with 7 wins, and Jags have 6. So the AFC is really shaping out. There is those front runners, but there's these teams like Jacksonville and the Jets who are still in it come week, week 16?
16. Yep.
Yeah. So if you told any of those teams are going to be in the playoff hunt at week 16, they would probably take that in a heartbeat. So
yeah,
both these teams have a lot to play for, and I'm really, really hoping it's going to be more exciting than what it is on paper.
Yeah. Speaking on the Titans really quick, I saw this morning they're actually 8-5-1 against the spread this year. So evidently we just hopped on at the wrong time, evidently, because I think they're 0-3-1 their last 4 weeks.
Yeah, we haven't won a Titans bet, and I think that's we're 0-3. They won their last 4, so I know they didn't cover last week because I think they lost by 7 and the spread was 4.
They pushed last week. Spread was 3. They lost by 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. That the Chargers had that game-winning field.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
But yeah, Titans garbage in my opinion. I can't believe we started this podcast, I guess, right on their upswing or the conclusion of their upswing and the beginning of their downfall. So
right, and we were about 3 weeks late to the party.
Yeah, not a great time to start talking about Tennessee.
Nope.